I know, it's not a doubt, that there's people out there that are stronger than me. I know the forces out there. I don't allow myself to judge people because usually we only know what we see and then tend to judge people from it, like the impression, right? But you don't know what's going on in their life. You don't know what happened at that moment in their life. I'm worried about the future. I'm worried about the thing that I can regret that I didn't do. I'm worried about the thing that the fear of missing out. At this moment, there is a little bit of a peak in organization, but at the end of the day, as in every sport, there is a lot of best. You know, you fight somebody today, you're the best, and then tomorrow he's the best, and then tomorrow the other guy is the best. Even when I was in the UFC, there was a day that Stipe was the best, and then comes a day that I was the best, and then the sport keep moving. I think it's more about competition. It's not more about the best, but it's about to make the best competition, to make people in the same level fighting each other, to make people that in the same fears fighting each other, which is something that in boxing is a little different because you will see like the top five, the top three fight the top 200, which doesn't make sense. And then he come out with like a record of 20-0. Of course, you have 20-0. You haven't been fighting a opponent of your level, you know. So I think it's more that way. But in MMA, obviously, like there is an organization somewhere, I don't know, in Europe that is doing his thing. He's making the best out of the fighter that he has in his roster, and then there's someone in, I don't know, South America that is has a best for the one that for those that are on his roster, and I think it's all about the best about who we have on the roster. People is like, oh, you're fighting Renan Ferreira. He doesn't have a name. I'm like, I'm not fighting his name. I'm fighting the guy with his skills, with his talent. I'm facing his talent. It's not a name. It's not like we are going to throw our name there and our name are going to fight. It's just both of us. And per what I see a great challenge, a bigger challenge in front of me, right? Because, and I have been saying this for years. For example, like there was a moment that we were we created this thing between us, African fighter, uh, the Three Kings, and they were asking me like, yes, what do you think? I'm like, listen, if I'm quite certain that if they put us in Africa in the tournament, that everyone that can fight in the heavyweight division, I'm not sure that I will be in the top five, right? But I'm out here claiming to be the world champion, right? Because I was the only one that have that opportunity. But again, I know it's not a doubt that there's people out there that are stronger than me. I know the forces out there, and I know that I will not go. I will not come out to be the first. I don't allow myself to judge people because usually we only know what we see and then tend to judge people from it, like the impression, right? But you don't know what's going on in their life. You don't know what happened at that moment in their life. You don't know the struggle where they are. Somebody is fighting, is ready to give his life at some moment to fight just because he want to pay his daughter medical bills. But if he wasn't about it, he wouldn't fight. So I think everybody do whatever he wants. Someone has a passion to fight for 2 years, for 1 year, for 10 years or more. I don't judge anyone. I don't claim for anyone. You can do whatever you do for your life. And someone has retired even without making money. Someone has made a lot of money. I'm keep fighting. I don't know. I just do what I feel like do, like what I want to do. I make sure that I'm in peace with myself. Do I have a passion of fighting again? Yes. Why did I start a fight? Did I still have the same reason? Did I still have a reason to fight? Do I still enjoy fighting? I enjoy fighting. So why not? I'm in peace, very in peace with myself because at any point I try my best to make it work. I give my all, my everything. I'm worried about the future. I'm worried about the thing that I can regret that I didn't do. I'm worried about the thing that the fear of missing out, you know. again, I'm not going to stay here forever. I'm going to retire maybe before even the half of my age, if God gives me life, So what will happen in the next 40 years after I retired? I have few more years here. Instead of sitting there and just being comfortable, maybe it's the years to capitalize the memory and enjoy the moment. So at least when I get out, I don't have to regret. I know that I have enjoyed, and even when I miss it, I know that when I was there, I give it all. I couldn't have done more than what I did, and then I'm okay with. Well, every sport is different. It's about the rules. By the time that you touch gloves, you know exactly what you're there for. You've been preparing months for that. I think the only thing in your mind is to go find a victory. I do feel limited, to be honest, but at the end of the day, life is not always playing the way that you want. You don't always have the things that you want. You play with with the cards that you have in your hand, but still you play.
Battle of the Giants, ladies and gentlemen. October 19th in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
Eu me sinto muito confiante. Tenho desenvolvido muito nos últimos anos.
Problema with the championship.
I'm the guy to be. No question about it. I'm the money maker.
My goal right now is not just about being back in MMA, it's being back in what I love. I always have a purpose, I always look for the reason why I'm doing. I didn't have a chance to fight for my son, man, so I think this is it.
Espero que ele esteja bem preparado, que eu vou estar bem treinado para essa luta. Com certeza, quem colocar a mão primeiro, o outro vai dormir.
I have a problem, but every problem has a solution.